We're going to close that segment of our meeting, and we're going to try and really get through the rest of it relatively quickly. Some of these I might even take off because I think they're violating my policy of having talked to me about them before they get on the agenda, but we'll see. 2010 capital plan approval. I
we
think
did that already.
Capital plan.
Well, the roof. Wasn't that the roof project we did that?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep.
We need to go back to Garrity.
Yep. Garrity. Yep.
Andrew Garrity?
Garrity.
Okay. I'll be as brief as I can. You should all have a memo from me dated November 9th. Essentially what took place, I gave you the chronology. In 1994, the town took this property in an in-rem. It was then auctioned off in 1995 to a Brian Salerno. Mr. Salerno, between 1995 and 2007, paid the taxes on the property, and he had assumed full ownership. In 2007, he sold the property to a Mr. and Mrs. William Garrity for $250,000. Now, in 1997, for reasons, and I say reasons unknown, and I mean that for reasons unknown, the town board passed a resolution that's a copy which was attached to the summons and complaint that said the town did not own the lot, and therefore they instructed the controller at the time to refund the purchase price to Mr. Salerno and refund any taxes he had paid. Again, for reasons unknown, the town controller never took any action on this matter. So Mr. Salerno continued to own the property and pay the taxes. The time has expired by which that the town could recover the property, but the town has no interest in the property. The reason this came to our attention is that the Garritys, who owned the property, filed an application for a building permit with Portchester Building Department. And the Portchester Building Department has refused to grant the permit. And they have alleged that the reason is because this 1997 somehow creates a cloud on title. I don't think that's the real reason. I think there's some other issues at play that are, I would say, are neighborhood-oriented, that have nothing to do with what we're talking about tonight. But being what it is, the Garritys want very much to move forward, and so Mr. Wiedeker was, I think, retained by the title company to bring this action to basically what we call quiet title. So what they're asking us to do is to essentially lift the cloud, adopt a resolution that rescinds the 1997 resolution and confirms that Mr. Salerno, in fact, owned the property. And just so you know, that all the taxes are current, no problems with the property. We have no interest in this property. So I would strongly recommend that the board adopt the resolution.
Any comments, questions from the board? I recommend a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Hope.
Gelfarb.
Aye.
Mendocino.
Aye.
Mayoris.
Aye.
Villanova.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you, Tony. Okay, Mooney Track. Do we have to approve something on this Mooney Tracks, or is it just a presentation?
No, we had the presentation.
Sign it.
Okay. So, is it Mr. Mackey? You gonna? Yep.
I just read the resolution.
No, we have.
Yes, this resolution will authorize you to sign the contract with
perfect.
KBS.
Great.
That will allow us to go forward.
Wonderful. Any questions from the board?
No.
No.
Got a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mackey.
I can't second.
That was good.
I was just drawing my voice, David.
Gelfarb. Mendocino. Mayoris.
Aye.
Villanova.
Yes.
Carver.
Yep. McMichael's Boatyard. I thought we were supposed to discuss these before they got on. Why is this on here without having discussed it previously?
This was circulated.
We were supposed to discuss these. How many times do I have to say?
The word I got was put it on.
Okay, what's the issue?
Okay, this is settlement of a certiorari case. This represents, from the town standpoint and the Village of Mamaroneck standpoint, the first time that everybody worked together to both reduce the costs of appraisal, because we did it jointly after much discussion, and we
did it jointly with whom?
Village of Mamaroneck. Okay. They participated in this fully from day
So what do
one.
we have it valued at? What is it? What are we settling at?
Okay, we had it valued at, in 2009, $2,500,000. We're settling at $2,400,000. In 2008, it was valued at $2,946,000. We're settling at $2,360,000. In 2007, it's the same pattern. In 2006, it's a settlement at $2,000,000.
Wait. So 296 in 2006, and we're selling at 236.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
235.
Why do we get it so wrong?
Well, though this.
Well,
We did not have any income and expense.
We reduced our valuation from 296 to 25.
In 2009.
Why do we reduce it?
Because the town, as part of our cert strategy, went out and had an appraiser give us their judgment on the value. As a consequence of that judgment,
All right, so we realized...
I, as the assessor, reduced it.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
You get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Gelfarb.
Aye.
Mendocino.
Aye.
Myers.
Aye.
Villanova.
Yes.
Gordon.
Okay, Post Road Ironworks?
Post Road Ironworks is a
Yes.
total of 8 properties, extending back to 1994, in complete disregard with state law, which requires that certioris be brought to a head within 3 years. Be that as it may, as you can tell from the settlement numbers, many of the numbers, there are more years that result in no change to the assessment than years that result to a change. And primarily, if you look at all the settlement numbers, what you'll see is if you just take the first one, which is on North Main Street, 16 North Main Street, the assessment in 19...
Excuse me. You said state law requires that they be brought to a head within 3 years?
That's correct.
Why are we considering going back then, essentially
Because
15 years?
As I understand it, the legal system kept them alive through extensions. That's the best way I can describe it. Maybe Paul.
They were basically grandfathered. There's
Yeah.
a huge backlog in White Plains on these cert cases. I think there's a backlog of over 7,000 cases in front of one judge. So
Wow.
they've essentially grandfathered a lot of these.
Okay.
These
All
long
right, thank you.
So as you can see from just starting with the first one, the assessment was $16,200, and 2 years later, the Board of Assessment Review for, I guess, both the town and the village reduced it substantially. So by action of that board, we really had very little in the way of choices. But most of these settlements are involving no change for most of the years. I can go specifically through them, but the first one, the first 2 years, 1994, 1995,
There's no change. Why is it?
Well, there are some changes back in 94, 95. Some of the most earlier property evaluation.
What's the cost? What's the cost to the taxpayers of these?
I believe, if I added up all 8 properties, the cost to the town taxpayers would be on the order of, I want to say, between $10,000 and $15,000. I'm not 100% sure.
$10,000 and $15,000 in total?
Yes.
Not the town, the school district and the village.
The village also participated in this. They were a party to the
Is
whole.
that assessment or actual tax?
Tax law.
I'm talking tax dollars.
Okay.
We're talking assessment reductions here.
Okay.
You talking per
How could that possibly be?
No, in total. In total. Remember,
Saying
tax rates were substantially less 15 years ago, and they were fractional assessments. I mean, at one point in 2003, the tax rate had reached in excess of $1,000 per $1,000 of assessment. Now we're at rates of $20 per $1,000 of assessment.
paying interest too much?
I'm sorry?
Are we paying interest on these settlements?
No.
Okay, that was
How can we not
negotiated.
pay settlement? That was negotiated out?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Have you looked at this, Mr. Renato?
I have.
And you're happy, you recommending?
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
I want to make absolutely certain we're not spending, it's $15,000